What's going on, guys? It's Jordan back today with another video. And in today's video, we're gonna take a look at our good best friend TEZOS and see what it's doing on the short term, the medium term, and the long-term time frame. We're also gonna take a look at Bitcoin at the end of this video like we always do in all my videos. So if that sounds good to you guys, let's jump right on in to the video. As we jump right on in to the 4-hour or short-term time frame chart for TEZOS, we're creating a very bullish accumulation pattern, which, you know, these market movers are accumulating, and this tends to be a bottom of a correction, right? Now, I could be totally wrong here, but as you guys can see here, we got these three higher lows, right? I've talked about those in previous videos, but usually when we see these three higher lows, it's usually a part of a bigger ascending triangle, but it shows that there's constant buying pressure, and these prices just don't want to go any lower, right? These market movers just want to keep buying at higher prices because they know where the price is going to go. They know where they want to make it to go. So they're going to keep buying at higher prices and not going to let it go any lower, right? You guys can see these or their higher lows here. It's kind of probably a bigger part of this bigger ascending triangle before we get a pump up to the upside, right? Now, I could be totally wrong here because we did drop below critical support that we had up here, right, near this red line. We tested it back as resistance, but that could just be the upper resistance line for this ascending triangle that we're forming, right? And we could drop back down to this green line, but we did already almost come back down to retest it. I don't think we have to go any lower, but if we do drop, I see us getting a good support at this 188 mark, which is a critical level because this was our kind of resistance back here in the bear market multiple times, even more times. If we zoom on over here a little bit more, you guys can see all these times where this was resistance, right? So just be wary here, guys, and this is a critical line, this green line that we have to hold. We already did almost come back down and retest it pretty much, so not a given that we have to go down and retest it again. So that's the short-term time frame. We're going to jump into the medium-term time frame, which is the daily chart. And I think we just could be in a symmetrical triangle. A lot of people could say this is a descending triangle, but it's kind of a sloppy symmetrical triangle. But you can see the resistance is pretty straightforward. I mean, we've gotten wicks up to it almost 4 times now, right? And we got rejected. We're going back up above it right here. So we could just pump higher straight out of here. But there is also a possibility that we get rejected again and come back down and retest this green line, right? I think we get a bounce either way. So these are the two probabilities in the medium term. This is kind of what I'm seeing. I mean, on the bottom side of it, we've gotten support 3 times on the bottom of this. So just be wary of this symmetrical triangle here, guys, for TEZOS. I think if Bitcoin gets another pump up, we're going to see these alts pump again. If Bitcoin gets a kind of a correction, which definitely could happen, guys. Don't get me wrong. Bitcoin could definitely get another correction, but if it does, we're going to see these altcoins drop down to our net psychological support, which is that 188 mark. And then we're going to get a bounce, just like Bitcoin will get a bounce. And then we're going to talk about later on this video if Bitcoin does actually break down, which I think is definitely a possibility right now. I think a cool off is definitely something we could use, even though we just had like a 3-month cool off and we were just poking Bitcoin with the stick. We were poking these altcoins with the stick. And finally, we got a breakout, but a cool down could be in order. I hope it's not another 3-month cool down, but it is healthier when we do get these like longer term accumulation patterns. It really is healthier. So right now, guys, we're going to jump on in to the meat and potatoes, guys. The meat and potatoes of the video, and that is the long-term time frame, which I like to spend most of the videos on. And that is this kind of upwards sloping kind of wedge, right? It's a little weird. Stick with me, guys. You guys are looking at me like with your head sideways, like a little puppy. Like, what is this? Just bear with me for just like 2 seconds, right? So if we look at this, right, we've gotten resistance on it once here, twice here, and 3 times here, all resulting in major falls, right? 1 major fall, 2 major fall, 3 major fall. I don't think that could be a coincidence, right? Because when we get these major falls, we also get support, right? Once here, twice here, 3 times here, 4 times here, 5 times here, 6 times here, right? This can't be a coincidence. I think we're in this longer term accumulation pattern. It's good that it's all sloping up, right? It's very bullish in my opinion. And I think what we're going to do now is we could go a little lower. I mean, like I said, like that 188 mark. I don't think we're going to go any much lower than that. We could do like a quick wick, like something like a quick wick down here. And then we're going to continue up and retest the top of this. Now, whether we break out at that point kind of depends on what Bitcoin does, just like we said, guys. So this is what I'm looking at the longer term. It's pretty crazy how much confluence that this bottom line has, especially in particular. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this pattern, this really long-term pattern that's pretty much been playing out since like the 20th of August of 2018. So over 2 years now. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this long-term pattern for Tezos. Is it going to keep playing out, or are we going to get a dip below this support line here within the next few weeks? Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. I personally think we're going to get a bounce. We could get a quick wick down, just like we've seen a couple times. Like right here, we get a little wick. We keep getting these wicks. I mean, we've already got a few wicks. So let me know if you guys think it's going to go up or down from this point. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. It's definitely a possibility. I just want to stress this in the middle of this video. It's definitely a possibility that we could go lower here. Now, the market sentiment is very, very bullish for great news. PayPal just is accepting cryptocurrency now. We're seeing all these all these fund managers and like Grayscale and all these new companies investing in Bitcoin and all these cryptocurrencies. But the sentiment is very high, and as we've seen before, when the sentiment is very high, we tend to get a pullback. And when the sentiment is very low, that's when we tend to get a bounce. So just be careful of a possible, 30% pullback at some point, right? It's going to shock us when it happens, just like when a 30% pump shocks us when it happens, right? So just keep that in the back of your mind. I don't think it's going to happen right this second, but it could happen somewhere between that 14K and 20K mark, that we get a 30-40% pullback that shakes a lot of people out. I don't want you guys to get shaken out in here. And I just bring it up in this video just because we've seen these pullbacks so many times, right? So many massive pullbacks, and they just keep getting smaller, but it's definitely a possibility we could get another one of these at any time. So keep that in mind, guys. So that's what I'm going to talk about on the longer term video on Tezos here. We're going to jump on into Bitcoin. Like I talk about at the end of all my videos, I say it every time just to annoy you guys now, right? I'm just kidding. I don't say it to annoy you guys. But on the 4 hour, or this is actually on the 1 hour, I usually don't look this low, but it kind of painted the picture of what I want to talk about a little bit better. But we're kind of in this symmetrical triangle where we've gotten multiple touches on the top, right? And we're getting a little bit of peak out here. I don't think it's going to be a confirmed breakout, but we are getting a little bit of peak out. And we've gotten a few touches on the bottom of this as well. We could be getting a breakout right now as we speak. And the measured move of this would be about that 13.8K level. So look out for that, guys. That could be a major move here in the very short term, but we could get rejected here and come back down to retest that 12,700 mark one more time before maybe moving up, or we drop it down. So I know this seems like a video where I'm saying we could go up or down, but really that's what can happen right now. We just got a major pump, right? And two things can happen. We can just be so bullish where we can keep continuing up, or we need a little bit of a cool down where we come back down to retest high, levels that we were at previously around this 12K area. And that's going to bring me to my next point here as we switch on over to the daily chart for Bitcoin. If we get a pullback, there's two possible pullback points where I want you guys to buy, and I will be accumulating more as well. So if we do get a pullback, I think the first one is that $12,300 area, which was our local top here. That's the first area. Now, if we do dip below that, I think we're going to get major support on the 12K area, just because we got so much resistance here and we need to flip it as support. I think that would be the next area where we bounce and maybe test that 13.8K area as we continue higher. And we kind of continue this stair step, which we've seen each time, where we pump, retest, sideways, pump, retest, sideways. Then we pump, maybe retest, sideways, right? And we just keep continuing literally the same pattern every single time after these accumulations. And I think this is the most bullish bull market that we've seen for Bitcoin, just because of these long consolidation patterns building massive supports that we basically aren't going to break for so long, all while having these corporations scooping up more Bitcoin and not letting the price go lower. I mean, it's absolutely insane, and we honestly haven't seen a bull market like this, because most of the time they're very, very, they get pretty parabolic pretty quickly, and they're much more volatile. We see 40% moves all throughout here, right? All throughout, and we really haven't seen that yet, right? We've gone up a pretty good ways, but our biggest, if we get rid of all this, really our biggest correction was only about a 20% pullback, right? 20% there. And if we measure this one as well, where we test our high to our low, only a 17% pullback. So these pullbacks have really been nothing compared to the last time, which, guys, don't get me wrong, it does worry me a little bit because these 40% correction could happen at any time. But I think it's also bullish that we haven't had one yet when we're getting literally so close to the all-time high. You guys can see last time, before we got that all-time high, we got, the all-time high is right here. If I paint this for you guys, we've got one pullback of 34%, another pullback of 34%, and another pullback of 30%. Never mind, if we go a little bit lower here, a pullback of 36%. So we had 4 pullbacks of over 30%, and we haven't even got one yet. And we're already halfway to the over halfway to the all-time high. So that is why I'm extremely bullish on Bitcoin in the long term, and why I'm bullish on Tezos in the long term, because Bitcoin is going to lead the altcoins. Bitcoin, the hierarchy it kind of goes is Bitcoin's going to lead Ethereum, and Ethereum is going to lead the lower cap altcoins. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about Tezos and Bitcoin. Do you guys think they're going to pump in the next few days, in the few weeks, or the few months, or just do you guys think that they're never going to pump ever? I don't know why you guys would think that, but anyways, I hope you guys had a great day today. I had a great day as well today. Thanks for asking. You guys didn't really ask me, but I'm going to ask myself. I had a great day today. Hope you guys did as well. So I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Don't stare at the charts all day. It's not going to change what the price does, whether you stare at it, whether you go on a walk, whether you go to the gym, whether you work on your side hustle. It's really not going to change what the price does. Improve yourself every day. Peace.